this. Oh. Oh. Oh, you go, Snooki, yeah, kick his ass, yeah. Oh, that was epic. Oh, yeah. She's such a bitch. Woo!
When it all I turned from green to red. Life took a chance and left you standing. Lost the will to do this once again.
Disabilities, seizures, that kind of thing. So I'm kind of limited to what I can do, what I used to be able to do physically. You know, I just recently found out about what I have and discovered what my limitations really are, both physically, mentally, and concentration wise. And I didn't find out until about 3, maybe 4 years ago. I can't hike or rock climb in my free time like I used to do because I loved it, because it was a physical and an emotional challenge. Because it really, I mean, let's face it, to climb a 200 or 300 foot 5'8", 5'9", 5'10" wall of granite and sandstone with just a thin piece of rope and some chalk really takes a pair of balls. But it never bothered me. It really didn't. You know, and I had fun with the thrill of knowing that, you know, I was doing something that most people wouldn't do. And also having the physical and the mental and emotional strength to be able to do that. I guess instead of just kind of compromising with what I had, I have to admit to myself that I gave up on a lot of things that I could be doing to a minimum. Does that mean I should still put my life in danger by using a weight machine or climbing a 200-foot wall? No. But I do have a couple free weights, and there's no reason why, I couldn't find a time once in a while to go ahead and just do a few exercises here and there. I'm still strong, I'm still in shape, I'm still healthy, I'm not fat, I'm not out of shape. I'm not winded, I don't get tired or anything like that. It's just, what really gets to me and scares me the most is these seizures that I have and these spasms. It's a little bit of both, and I have them quite a bit a day. So sometimes when you see a jump in a video, I've said this in videos before, but of course not everybody's seen all my videos, so. But when you see a jump in my video, it's because I've probably had a seizure or spasm during that time, and I just edit it out. You can say, yeah, well, I have this disease, and I'm going to be with it the rest of my life. It's only going to get worse. There's no cure for it. But at the same time, I'm not going to go into self-loathing. But at the same time, I'm going to realize my limitations. I just can't do this and this and this anymore. So, I don't know, I guess I waste a lot of time now because ever since I found out about what I have. But still, am I completely unproductive? No. I still help out my neighbors and my friends whenever I can. You know, despite what I have, you know, I can do simple things. I can do, like, for example, my landlord has finally got rid of the crackheads next door, so he's cleaning up the apartment, which smells like a rotting corpse, and he's going to need some help painting the outside windows and maybe cleaning up some of the siding with a power sprayer. That's easy peasy, you know. So I can handle that. You know, just get on a little step ladder, you know, 5 feet tall, and not even, maybe 3 feet, and just get on a step ladder and just go over the wood with maybe 2 coats. And I wasn't expecting any kind of payback. I wasn't expecting any kind of, you know, reduction on my next month's rent or anything like that. But he went ahead and said, "Yeah, I'll knock some off your next month's rent for, you know, for doing it." I said, "Okay, whatever. You know, I'm just happy I'm giving him a hand because he really doesn't have anybody else because he lives in a town 45 minutes away. So he really doesn't have anybody locally besides me and the other guy to help him out. So he's helped me out, so, you know, I'm going to help him out. And besides, it's just what we should all do for each other. You know, if you got spare time, help somebody out who needs help. That's the way I look at it. So I figured that's a cool thing to do. And, you know, it's a good use of my time. You know, 30 at night, but with my medications and my seizures, I sleep a lot in the afternoon or whatever. So I'm usually awake at night. Like right now, I'm wide awake. And no, it's not the most pleasant thing, but, you know, I hate being semi-nocturnal, but that's the way it goes. So my morning consists of that, coffee, my smoke in the morning, and, you know, keeping up with the weather, keeping up with the news, that kind of thing. You know, that takes about maybe half an hour. And the rest of the time, I try to share some of my knowledge, not just on YouTube, but with, you know, with other people in the community, other people that I know, you know, outside of the house, the computer, and all that. And, you know, I feel like sometimes I am wasting my time, but then I sit back and think, well, you know, I did this today and I did this today, even though they weren't really, you know, that big of a deal. I still helped out somebody. I still did something for another person. A lot of us are wasting our times in little piece by piece, but for me, I'm not talking about anybody else though, but for me personally, there's times I feel like, you know, my life's a waste, you know, what am I doing, you know, and ever since I found out I have this disease, you know, I don't feel as productive as I used to be, and I'm not, and I admit that. I'll be the first to admit that. Not something I'm proud of, but I can admit it. One of those things, and so to make up for that feeling that I'm not really productive and I'm not really spending my time like I should. I know the intro to this was just kind of a comical, you know, shits and giggles kind of thing, but a lot of people really do that the whole entire day, but I don't. I can't stand that. You know, whether I just go for a bike ride or I walk or, you know, just sit there and just help other people out, whatever, you know, because I know there's a lot of work that needs to be done next door behind me, and my landlord's here a lot, and he's not just my landlord, he's also a good friend of mine. Me and him get along really well. We bust each other's balls really good sometimes, and we get each other in a lot of good cracks, but, you know, but on a serious note, we do help each other out. He needs something done, I do it, you know. One thing Bob Dylan did say that I think is kind of cool, you know, it kind of has some relevance to this. He says, a man that gets up every morning and does everything that he plans for the day, no matter how big or small it is, he has been successful. And I kind of take comfort in those words. I know it's not actually verbatim, but it's something along those lines, and but I take comfort in that, and knowing that, I can look back on a day and say, well, I did this, I helped this person out, I accomplished this. If I'm going to do something for somebody, it's going to be because I feel they need the help. So, I don't know. That's my response. That's pretty much how I keep myself active and busy. And yeah, I do put in my input and kind of share a lot on a lot of corrupt shit that's going on right now with the government and with our liberties and rights and stuff like that, and also the religious freaks and everything, and and the president and everything like that, and healthcare and economics. Dabble in it all, that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I don't get into it so much, because if I did, it would make me want to go on a shooting spree. So, don't want to turn out like that. I don't want to sit here and I don't want to totally ignore the fact of all the really core important stuff that's going on in this country right now that's affecting everybody, every single one of us, to a point where it's just going to drag me down into this anger mode, because I've been in that anger mode before. I was filled with depression and anger for years after I got out of the military, and I still suffer from PTSD, and I always will. It's just the way it is with PTSD. Especially what I went through, and I don't want to be dragged down in that slumber again. So I put what I can in a healthy way, to a healthy amount, to what I know, and to what I can share with other people, and also to try to add on to other people's input here also, and to kind of push the issue to make people aware, But like I said, at the same time, I don't put so much into it to where it drives me nuts. You know what I mean? So I kind of fill my day with helping people out. When I don't have that opportunity, when I'm not helping people out, yeah, I play games. I play video games. Yeah, I admit it. Everybody's guilty of wasting a certain amount of time, but we all do it in different ways. Those are my ways. So, I know it's running on kind of long, but I hope you guys didn't find it too boring. So, thanks for a cool vid, Cory, and everybody else. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Have a good one.